When you're in a position of power, the thing that you really have to be careful of, in my opinion, is how things look. You know, as someone who covers politics and is at Downing Street every single day, more or less, I see the way that these people who've suddenly got into positions of power are showing their wealth. You know, suddenly the men have better watches. They've all got Apple watches and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And then you see the ladies in suddenly designer shoes. For instance, I remember when the SNP leader, remember her, Nicola Sturgeon? She came to the studio and basically she came in trainers, but then she asked me where the ladies' room was, and then, you know, could I direct her? But in a carrier bag, she had Christian Louboutin heels, and they're worth thousands of pounds, you know, I mean, incredible amount of money. And I said to her, being kind, is that wise to wear those sort of shoes on a big interview in television? And she said, but I love them. And that was that. So she wore them, and consequently everybody picked up on it. You get the picture. It's a bit like this particular lady, that's right, Angela Rayner, celebrated because, of course, she claims she's uneducated but now become one of the most powerful women in the world, the Deputy British Prime Minister. Amazing, isn't it? 14 years to find all that talent, and this is what we ended up with, some might say. Now, here's where this gets really interesting because, as you know, recently over here, members of Parliament, MPs, got an amazing pay rise just on the same day that they're crippling you for more tax, literally on heating, lighting, pensions, you name it. If they could tax it, they would give you it. But they've accepted their pay rise, and as I pointed out the other day, Angela said it's impossible to give hers back. That's rubbish, she's lying, but that's Ange all over. Basically didn't admit to the freebie that she went to in Ibiza, didn't admit to the free clothes that she also got as well. But here's where it gets really interesting because Angela has 3 homes that we know about, right? 3 homes. One of them, well 2 should I say, are grace and favour, and of course all those expenses are paid by you, the British taxpayer. Now, you would have thought in this very indelicate time that she may have kept away from places like this. That's right, the glitzy 5-star Deluxe Ritz Hotel in London. No. Popping in there recently for lunch, which was beef Wellington, amongst other things, a very sumptuous feast. Now, we're not sure at this point whether Ange paid for her own or indeed accepted yet another freebie. But I go back to the start of the video. How bad does this look? People are struggling, not going out, can't afford it, businesses are closing left, right and centre. Wouldn't you think it would make more sense if they were seen at a Subway or a McDonald's? Fast forward 2 days and now we've got Ange mincing through a council estate telling us how much better off we're going to be under her beleaguered leadership. You see how they play you. That's where she really likes to sit and have a free lunch. Or maybe she paid for it herself if she wants to show the receipt. And then the other reality is, let's walk through some rather run-down areas and tell you how better off, because I'm just one of you in an old green coat. Which version of events do you truly now believe? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.